Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very, very exciting, special Rainbow Dice Club chat. Why are we here today, Wayra and Dusty? Can you tell us? Can someone tell us why?
To answer your pressing questions and also to celebrate our 2-year anniversary.
Yay! We are very excited. Tales of Three is turning 2.
I can't believe it's been 2 years.
I know. It seems like a long time and not a long time at all. And so we've decided to do a special Rainbow Dice Club chat, which usually you can find on our Patreon in one of the paid tiers. I think the $5 tier gives you access. But because we're celebrating 2-year Tales of Three, we wanted to do a free one for everyone to enjoy. And what's even cooler is
happiness in our hearts for all of the people who listen.
We do.
And interact.
That's
and
very
who sent
true.
in questions.
Yay! We have questions from the listeners.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was confused. I was like, what do we have?
Anxiety.
We have a smorgasbord
Yes.
of questions that range and vary in seriousness to silliness.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we should roll a die because we did not prepare how we were going to answer these questions beforehand.
Oh, I like this. Everybody get
I think we should ask each other our questions first and then do.
Ooh, and then get to the listener questions?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that I'm going to insert all mine as anonymous. So.
You can't tell us that you're anonymous.
You can't do it. It's too late. I've already made the list of listener questions and anonymous is not on it.
And you just outed yourself.
Let me fix that, actually.
Wayra is anonymous.
Let me add at
Anonymous.
least 19 questions from anonymous.
Okay, so I take that back, dear listener. We are going to actually start with our own questions. And these questions are going to span all the way back to episode 1 of Tales of Three. They're going to span any of the AUs, and they could also be personal, oddly personal
Any
questions.
of the ows.
The ows. Yes. So who wants to ask the first question?
Me.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay.
I'm so excited.
Dusty.
So
should we introduce ourselves?
Oh my god, yes.
Hello, my
Hello.
name is Dusty. They, she. I play Ivy Nightbreeze Tinkerfay, she, her, as well as Tice. Fuck.
Aurelius.
Aurelius.
How are you blanking?
Because okay, Tice, Aurelius, Aiden,
Mm-hmm. Minnie.
Minnie,
Surely there's more.
RJ.
RJ.
The axolotl, like every NPC in that town that we blew up.
Every amazing innkeeper ever.
Yes. Veronica.
We don't
Open
know
the door,
about
please.
Veronica yet.
That's okay.
That's okay. You'll meet Veronica soon, dear listeners. The hag
The hag. I play the hag.
who haunted Varys's dreams.
I also, as a person, haunt Wayra's dreams.
You
so
do.
No, you don't.
It's only fitting.
You
no,
do.
it's not haunting, more so as like a friendly visit, honestly.
And then many more NPCs that I probably have forgotten along the way, which is fine. It is what it is.
You played the shitty guard who was mean to Alara in the Feywild.
Oh yes, I did play I play a lot of shitty characters, which I'm very excited about. I
like it. That's become your niche.
I love playing a good villain.
You're like, I'm going to play every shitty character ever, and is actually the most wholesome human being.
Give me your shitty characters.
Who did you play? Did you play anyone in Grimford? No. Yes. No. Joy was played by Wayra. I got very excited about Joy for a second.
I don't think it did.
I don't think so either.
You played Zath.
Zath.
How could you forget Zath?
Yes. I
We
miss
love Zath.
him.
My boy.
You did play Zath. I miss that guy.
I love him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, should we introduce ourselves too now?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Arianna. My pronouns are she, her. You know me as Alora Spindlespark, pronoun she, her, but I also play Rayla. I play Rayla. I played Scout.
You played
Visel. Titania. That's a big one. I played Titania.
Nemeth.
Does anyone know I play Nemeth yet? Spoiler, I play Nemeth. I'll cut this if I need to. Oh, I play Reg. I played Riven.
Riven.
Riven and Reg.
Mm-hmm.
I played the first villain in the first arc. Onyx.
Onyx, yes.
I did.
You also played a couple characters in the play that Ivy had to bear witness to.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you play Yolan.
Yolan, Sofendar.
Yolan,
I played
yep.
Gringor, Gringy Boy, Gringy Baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It feels like so much more than it actually is. I mean, there's a bunch of unnamed ones that we've all played.
I've just added a bonus question.
Okay.
So
Is it about
aware.
the play? I hope it's about the play.
Kind
I
of.
want to deep dive into the early episodes. Okay, Wayra, who are you and what do you do?
Hello, everyone. My name is Wayra. My pronouns are she, they, and I usually play Varys, whose pronouns are he, they, as well as a metric fuck ton of NPCs.
Yeah. Novi.
Mark Field is Joy.
Mark Fieldus?
Yeah, he's the guy in the beginning who was talking to Alara.
That was Jennifer.
Right. It's hard.
Yeah, there's a lot. Pretty much every NPC in Grimford.
That was You didn't play every NPC in Grimford.
I didn't?
No. You played Joy.
Oh, not Grimford, sorry. I'm in Osrin.
Osrin.
Pretty much every NPC in Osrin. Not all, but a lot.
You played Zath's kids.
Yeah, I played all
And Zath's
three
partner.
of Zath's kids and his wife.
I played Ash.
Oh, yeah.
Basil.
Ash.
Oh, the Aarakocras.
Oh, yeah. You also played the Aarakocras.
Who are the Aarakocras?
Okay. The twins that you were obsessed with.
Oh, what were their names? I was so obsessed with them. What were their names?
I'm
trying
Yeah,
to-
I do play Basil. I forgot about that. I played
Moving
Basil.
right along.
Carrick and Valda.
Oh my god.
That's who you
yes.
played. I'm gonna love that. Your editing is gonna be crazy. I play
Basil.
Arias. I play Arias.
I play the Priest of Corruption, our baby boy Novik.
Novi.
Novi. There was a little gremlin fuck in Osrin in a play that was like, my queen! And I played them.
Yeah.
Which is arguably the most important NPC we've ever come up with.
It's become a bit.
That is going to be our BBEG. I'm so sorry to
My queen.
spoil it already.
I also play
but-
Unknown Woman in Alara's Pockets.
Oh yeah.
And probably a bunch of other people I'm forgetting, but there's a lot.
You play Carwyn Hamel.
Oh, yes, I play Carolyn Hamel as well. Oh, I
So
also
my
played
first
Nate.
question-
I played Nate.
You did play Nate. And then Ari played Gringor. Gringy.
Yeah.
Gringy.
Gringy.
I've broken up my questions into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate categories.
Oh my god.
So one of them is overall campaign,
Mm-hmm.
one for each of you, and then one for each of your characters.
You're so organized, damn.
I know,
Love
it's
it.
a first.
Mine are just 19 that I threw at the wall. I was like, here we go.
I'm
So
going
there's
to
no
add this
order,
into the
Giddy.
beginning. If you don't know what Rainbow Dice Club chat is, we should probably say what it is. It is typically a monthly Patreon episode where we discuss the last 3 episodes of the campaign. We ask questions, we laugh, we talk about personal things that no one should really know about, and we do like a deep dive into characters, motivations, behind the GM screen, all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I just thought if you don't know what it is, now you know.
Yeah.
And now
Anybody who's like a paid member of our Patreon gets to submit questions for those RDCCs as well.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if it's like a present episode or a past one. We will
go
read them.
all the way back.
Yeah.
Yep, and we will answer them. We will
Yeah.
dig through the continuity document just for you. Okay, now you can ask your question. Sorry.
All
I
right.
should probably say that.
My first question is part of the campaign. So both of you answer this.
So you get to answer it too?
Sure. Yeah, why not? What's one thing you would change about the campaign if you could?
It could be anything.
Anything.
This is a hard question, Dusty.
Can be a big or a small, a silly or a non-silly thing.
I would change. I think I would make the theme darker than it already is.
Ooh,
Yeah.
interesting.
I would change Bia's color to blue.
Really? Why?
So the original version of Ivy, she had purple hair, and Bia was a purple pseudo dragon to match her hair.
Interesting.
And then when I reworked Ivy completely, I fucking forgot to change Bia's color.
You know what's so funny? I can't imagine Bia being a different color now.
Yeah, that's so valid. It's always something that's kind of annoyed me, just because I like things that are matchy.
Yeah.
And she's not super matchy, which is fine. She's her own entity, right? Like she's
Yes.
her own deal. But every time I think about it too hard, I'm like, damn, I wish I would have made her blue.
Interesting.
I think I would have made Varys a tiefling.
Really?
Not like change his lineage from like changeling to tiefling, but I think I would have made him present himself as a tiefling.
You know, you still could because he is a changeling.
I know, but I really enjoy the way he looks right now.
Yeah,
So.
that's
We
so
have
valid.
so much art out there, and I just
So now he's a changeling. Oh my God, I still don't even know what I would change. I mean, there's probably tons of little things I would change. I would change the first arc and do it better, in
Okay.
all honesty. And I think it's a testament to like practice, right? At no matter what kind of skill it is, as you practice, it gets better. Sometimes when I've listened back, and I haven't in quite some time, to like the first episodes, I'm like, the things that I would do differently as the person who kind of led that arc. But it also is kind of cool because it's like, look at where we came from, you know?
yeah.
Look at how we've learned and grown and all that. But yeah, there's some things about the first arc that I would do differently. Good question.
Thank you. Let me just do one more quick little bonus question. How did Yolan Sophendaris get his name?
Do you want to answer that, Wayra?
No, please, by all means, you answer.
Well, so it's genuinely a bunch of syllables and vowels that we mushed up. I'm not joking, right? That is what happened. And we were all at my house, if I recall,
Yep.
trying to come up with a name. And it was taking a long time. And so Dusty and I started getting really silly, right?
Yep.
For some reason, Yolan Sophendaris just rolled off the tongue, which it doesn't.
It does now after you say it so many times.
Right. Spoiler behind the scenes. His full name was supposed to be Yolan Sophendaris. That was his full name. And then his last name was like Smith Jones or something, right? Like,
Yeah, it was. It was Smith Jones.
And so the compromise, because Wayra hated it and still hates it to this day, the compromise was that his first name was Yolan and his last name was Sophendaris. That was the only way it was making it in. So we conceded. We compromised. Yeah.
And
do you want to add anything to that, Dusty?
And now we can't think of his name any other way.
I know.
Is Yolan.
He's Yolan. Wild.
They see me Yolan.
They see me Yolan.
They hate me.
I have come to realize too in our 2 years that a lot of the things that Dusty, when we see something that irritates Wayra, we're like, we need to do it more.
Yeah.
How do we make it more?
I am in misery.
Because the crash out is so funny. And it's all in love. It's all out of love.
100%.
There's no crash out.
And consent.
There's no... I didn't give consent. There's no crash out. I also didn't know that you guys were doing it intentionally.
Well,
so thank you for that.
I think that, like, we see that you hate it, and we're like, yes. Yes.
You get a very specific look when there's something that you hate.
Yeah.
We have emotes in our personal Discord server of the three of us. And Wayra's is labeled Wayra Pain.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about me that says pick on me?
Nothing. It's fun.
It's in love.
And we love you.
If anybody wants another person in their community to adopt, I'm available.
No, you're not.
Available. No, you're not.
You're not available. You're in this for life.
Unavailable. Okay, next question. We got to keep it moving.
What the fuck is happening?
Who's next?
I have a shitload. Keeping it in this like topic of like about the campaign. What happened to the town the party fell into a portal near?
They're fine.
Shrug emoji. We don't talk about that. We don't think about that.
They're fine. The family of geo monsters or whatever the fuck they're called. They may not be so fine, but
no, they probably have like a special power where like I'm going to say something and I'm going to regret it. But they have a special power where their rocks get really hard. And when everything is coming down on them, it's like a protection. So they get rock hard, you know?
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question that's way more serious than the last one. So now that we've been doing this for about 2.5 years, right? Because Tales of Three released 2 years ago, but we were working on it for at least 6 months before we started releasing. Do you still get nervous or like have imposter syndrome when it's your turn to like run an arc or like play a new NPC or do something new with your character?
100%. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it ever goes away, unfortunately.
I sometimes get embarrassed.
Yeah.
Me too. And it's weird to me because like we've been doing this for so long together. I don't understand.
I know.
There should be no embarrassment anymore. It's not like you guys are going to judge me and pick on me for it.
Right. We only pick on each other for like funny things, not for like actual like, you know. No, but it's I know, I get it too. And I think it falls away a lot quicker than it used to. So I will say that, like that's the difference probably is that in the beginning it was like the nerves were more constant and now it's like we'll be doing something for like 10 minutes and I'm like, "Oh yeah, these are just my two closest people and like people that I've been telling stories with for such a long time." It's fine. And then it is mostly fine.
No, that's so true.
But yeah, I don't think it ever goes away either, unfortunately. And imposter syndrome sucks.
It's literally a constant struggle. It's a constant battle that I don't think we'll ever fully win.
Yeah.
But
some days I literally wake up and I'm like, why am I even doing a podcast? I have no business doing this. And then like, it's interesting because sometimes it's juxtaposed with like me being like, oh my God, we're so good. And this sounds so good. And we do such a good job. And then 5 minutes later, it's like, you're the worst. And so this is weird thing of like, I think that I'm a baddie, but I also think that I suck, you know?
You're a saddie baddie. It's fine.
Yeah.
What's something that won't make the final cut for the story, but you wish could?
There's things that we've cut out of necessity that, of course, I can't think of one example right now, but there have been like full scenes that we've just like been like, hey, we don't want to go this direction. We're just going to axe this and like pick up from a certain point and basically do it over. But I think most of that stems from us forgetting what we've done before. So we still have to go in and fix a lot of like, oh, we fucked up, or we had this conversation already, or we said it was this way, but here we said it was that way. And we want to obviously maintain some continuity. Oh, I will say though, somebody from our server made a guess about Alara's true lineage and her being an astral elf. And I wish, so I will go on record and say that that is not her lineage, but I wish that we had thought of that and incorporated that in because that would have been really cool.
That would have been cool. There have been guesses on Ivy's lineage that have been really interesting. That would be very interesting to pursue. I'm not going to say what specifically.
Is it Basil Mpreg? Because that's what we're all thinking, right?
No.
I know that's what you were thinking, dear listener.
Ari, do we need to have a conversation?
I wasn't even the one who suggested that.
I didn't even know that you knew what Mpreg was.
I think I only know because of Dusty, to be honest with you. I think I only learned that because of Dusty. Wait, so do you have any though, Dusty? What's yours?
Basil Emperor. No kidding.
Thank you. Goodbye.
You're welcome. Not that I can think of offhand. I think mainly different ideas for like Ivy's lineage or like how she came to be would be interesting.
Yeah.
If we went the way that I think in the what seems to be the most prevalent conspiracy theory in the Discord server, right? That would be fascinating.
Yeah.
But also knowing like what I know about those two individuals. It's also kind of like,
oh yes, I think that we're putting down now.
Yeah.
I will say though, just based on what we've recorded so far of the upcoming stuff that hasn't released yet, I feel like things are going to become a lot more clear for the listeners who are putting pieces together. I feel like we've dropped some hints, I think unbeknownst to our characters, but I think the listeners are going to be like, well, wait a minute. So I'm excited for that.
I don't think that the theory that I'm thinking of though is going to die until it's like very explicitly said.
No. Yes, I agree with you. 100%. Which, I mean, in all reality, I think it's a very good theory. And if I was a listener who wasn't privy to behind the scenes, I would also think the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it makes sense. And if you're like, what the hell are they talking about? Join our Discord and look in the conspiracy theories channel because it's
Crazy.
in there.
This actually segues really well into one of my questions. I'm not going to lie. If you had to change your character's class and lineage, what would you make them?
Oh, I had that question for you too as well.
Nice.
Sometimes I look back at the original version of Ivy, her Blood Hunter class, and I think, what if?
That's valid.
I think she would have a totally different personality though.
Oh yeah, 100%. The original version of her was bitchy too, but it was more so like I want to say flat bitchy. You know what I mean? More academic bitchy.
Less pizzazz, less whimsy.
Yeah, less whimsy. If you could say Ivy's whimsical.
Would you keep the same lineage?
She was originally a high elf. I really like Eladrins. I really like Eladrins. You know, there's something to be said about like what grief does to a person, right? Which is why she's stuck in this form. But I also think it'd be really fun to be like, and Ivy wakes up as an autumn Eladrin today. You know what I mean?
I love how you're like, I love Eladrins, and then I went and handicapped my character so she can't do any of the cool stuff that Eladrins can do. And that's good. I love that.
Yeah.
The choices we make for characters for like story shit is crazy.
I love it. What about you?
Nose goes.
Me, I think in another life, Alara could have been a druid because she has such druidic tendencies with a lot of the things that she does. And that's also, I think, just because I love playing druids. I would obviously make her an astral elf. We've figured that out. I could also see her being a wizard because I think that at her core, the reason that she does artificery is because she can't do magic. So she tries to replicate it. I think she'd make a really cool wizard.
Yeah, she would.
And then, of course, we did like Baldur's Gate where I fell in love with the ranger class, and Alara as a ranger is actually pretty cool. So there's a bunch of different paths that she could have went.
Yeah.
But like, I think her personality would have had to change a little bit, you know? What about you?
I don't think that I can see Varys as anything other than a wizard.
Interesting. So that's why you made him a barbarian?
Yeah. I think that the secondary class I would have made him a fighter instead.
Ooh.
I think that is my biggest regret for his character, class-wise anyway.
Interesting.
Is not making him a fighter, because I think that the way that I imagine him fighting is a lot more aligned to a fighter, specifically maybe a battle master.
Fair.
Because he is always trying to like maneuver people out of the way and protect people, and there's literally mechanics built into a subclass for that, for a fighter, that allows that. So I think, yeah, if I could go back and change it, I would make him a fighter.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting mostly because a lot of these things you don't really find out until you're playing the character. So it's like, if we would have went back to day one, would you have known the track that he was going to go to make him?
I don't think so. I didn't.
Yeah.
When I first made him, interestingly enough, I didn't expect him to be the kind of person that would put himself in the way of others. And that just kind of, he really came to life and just was like, hey, this is what I do.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think I would have known until now. But if I could go back, that's what I would do. And I would make him his original form presented as a tiefling. Well, not original, his fake form as a tiefling instead of a half elf.
I love that.
You know, I originally had Ivy to be a lot more aloof than she turned out to be. Like a lot more aloof. So when you talk about like how the character like opens up and responds to you, I felt like that too, because she really wasn't supposed to be like a person that would go and help you if you were in trouble.
Yeah.
Like mentally wise, she would just kind of be like, you deal with that. I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah.
Alara was supposed to be a lot more shy, I think, than she turned out to be. And I really think that it didn't turn out that way because of like the group dynamic that they have. I think that immediately or very early on, Ivy and Varys like instilled little bits of like confidence in her. Like, she's still very unsure, you know, she's still very socially awkward, but like she's a lot more open to people than I had originally planned to make her. And I wouldn't change that. I think like I love that about her. Also, it's funny.
I adore her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I adore them both, honestly. They're my
I love
All
them
of our
all.
characters.
I love this group.
I know. Okay, I have a question that is really just, I don't remember, a couple of months ago, I randomly popped into my head. How do you feel about the fact that most of our beloved characters lived when a lot of shows and popular media seem to create drama from killing off beloved NPCs? Or maybe not NPCs, but like beloved like side characters or characters in general. I don't know what got me thinking about the fact that if you think back, a lot of our arcs end without much lives lost. I'm not talking about the mass lives lost, right? But I'm talking about people that like the narrative has gotten to know and gotten close to. It's like a weird offbeat question, but it was just something that I was like, one day was just like, that's interesting.
I don't think it's something that we like shy away from, the concept of these characters dying.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of planning, right? But at the end of the day, the dice really do say what's going to happen. If, for example, I think one of the harder fights we've had is coming up after we release this in a couple episodes. If that fight had ended in a casualty, as it kind of came pretty close to, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we would have retconned that. I think it would have just been a thing.
Yeah.
And we would have dealt with it. I just think that the way we deal with it is like the dice really do tell that story of if you roll well enough to live, then you roll well enough to live.
Yeah. I think so. I agree. I don't think that we go out of our way to shy away from it, because I remember I even had said I was, when we were going into this stuff that's coming up, that I was okay with certain NPCs of mine. Like I was like, I mean, I will be sad if they die, but if they die, they die, which I think is a good conversation to have, right? Because if somebody is emotionally attached and doesn't want a player character to die, then or an NPC, I think we would totally respect that. But for me, I'll just answer like, just because I had thought about it, it also is like there's so much like shitty shit that happens every day in real life all the time, that I think I've gotten to a place in my life where like a lot of the media I consume, I'm like, I don't want it to be doom and gloom all the time, which I think is interesting too, because emotionally we do have a lot of doom and gloom. Like we have a lot, just because people aren't dying left and right, we have a lot of trauma that we're carrying around. But for some reason, for me, that feels like something that can be worked through versus like when you're dead, you're dead. Not that you can't be resurrected in D&D, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I agree that I don't think that we necessarily shy away from it.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that we do instead of killing characters off for dramatic effect, besides trauma, interestingly, is the trope of like a character haunting the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
And we do that well. And it's interesting because we have two sides, like three different sides of that. We have ones who haunt the narrative, but are not present at all, and so besides in memory. We have ones who haunt the narrative but are still alive and around somewhere. And then we have ones who haunt the narrative that are very much dead and cannot return, but are still there interacting with the characters. And I think that while not, being death necessarily, comes with complications in itself and is in itself its own kind of tragedy in many different ways because of the fact that they are three different versions of it.
Yeah.
And I will also add that because it hasn't happened yet, and we're 80 some odd episodes in, and we have some very beloved characters.
We do.
When it does happen, I feel like it's going to hit harder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it hasn't happened before.
Mm-hmm.
There's something to be said, I think, about the build up to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Not that we're planning any deaths, but
Yeah.
Just gonna say again, my resignation is tendered. If Novik dies,
is untouchable.
I'm not planning for Novik to die, so
I do think that we should get into some listener questions at this point.
Yeah.
Jeff says, who is your favorite NPC to play? Mine is Aurelius.
Is it really?
Is it actually?
There is something to being a shitty guy who just pops in to make somebody's life a living hell and then pops back out. I also am very excited for when we go back and he becomes more of a problem.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I keep delaying that in my brain. I'm like, this is not...
I've written dialogue lines for this dramatic bitch. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm excited. I am.
I've been practicing them.
I've been practicing.
It's hard to pick a favorite. I don't like picking favorites in general unless it's my favorite color. Everything else, I have a really hard time. I enjoy playing Titania because I think that was the first character that I really played where it's long term, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, oh, this person's just here for an arc, but has like gotten me to explore different sides of improv and different sides of role play, and also like being a bitch. Like,
Yeah.
like she's not someone to be like messed with. She is not always nice. I mean, we've obviously seen and we will see coming up. And it's been really interesting to like get to explore that. Like, because playing a sunshine character is, it's fun. It's silly, goofy. It's, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And Titania is the opposite of that. And then is there anybody else that I loved playing Arias
Yeah.
because I just thought that he was really sweet and I really enjoyed the moments that him and Ivy got to have together. And that was one that he wasn't planned to come back. He was planned to just be around for the first bit. He wasn't planned to come to Oladell. And so I got to kind of explore who he is as a person more. And I really, really enjoyed that.
I love them. I have so many that are my favorites, honestly. I mean, like, to list off the top of my head, I really enjoy Joy was a favorite. I actually really like playing her.
I love that.
I think about her from time to time and what she might be up to.
I was looking, we have a quotes channel in our Discord, like our personal Discord, and I was rereading all of those, and one of the quotes was Ari said, "Are you going to keep that Jeffrey?" And Wayra goes, "Yep, and I hate myself." Jeffrey. Jeffrey.
We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah. I love Joy. I love playing Basil. I love playing Basil.
Yeah.
Ow, Basil.
I also enjoy playing Novik and Felix a lot.
Yeah.
Felix I was surprised about because like he was just like a little passing by buddy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how Novik started too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was he was supposed to just be a shitty person from Ivy's backstory to like further emphasize how people treat Ivy went out of the Queen's eye.
Mm-hmm.
And he really just kind of turned into his own person that I would play in a campaign, honestly. So I think I would say my favorite of all was Novik.
I love Novik.
We love Novi.
I think that's the thing about our NPCs is that they feel like real PCs.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just sort of hopped in for a little bit, but they exist as a fully fledged PC somewhere else.
They're doing their own thing in their own world. Like just because we stop playing them doesn't mean that their life stops. And I think it's really cool that we like our world feels like it's alive, like it's still moving even though we're not there, you know?
Yeah.
So much so that I've pitched like Patreon bonus content for like, hey, wouldn't it be cool to do like snippets of what some of these other characters are up to? But that's mostly because I just want to see more of them too. It's selfish. Jeff also asks, by the way, Jeff is from Big Campaign Podcast. If you have not checked it out, I highly recommend, and I'm going to link anybody who has a show who asks questions. I'm going to link their show in the show notes.
Yes.
So please check that out. Follow the other creators who are creating in this space and telling cool stories. Jeff also asked, is there anything about your character builds that you would change compared to when you started, which is kind of similar to when we asked already. Does anybody have I feel like Wayra's like, I would have made Varys a fighter.
Yeah. That's my thing.
I think at the end of the day, the way Ivy is the way she was meant to be. Like I side-eye Blood Hunter constantly just because I think it's such a cool class.
Yeah.
But I don't think Ivy herself would have been as impactful as she is now without the druidic tendencies of her, without the bone wild shapes.
Yeah.
Without the naivete of her own class, honestly.
Mm-hmm. It's like she would be a different character. So it's not as simple as like switching out. Yeah. I can see that. I
think maybe I would have given her medicine off the rip because she was a druid without medicine for a very long time.
I love that. I feel similarly about Alara. I think that when I was first making her, I really struggled with what class to give her because none of them seemed to fit. And then I like didn't remember that Artificer was an option. And then I was like, it was like a light bulb went off in my head and I was like, this is it. And I built all of that around her being an artificer and not being able to do magic, so she tries to replicate it. So yeah, so I do kind of feel like if I were to change her class or like something, maybe something small about her build that I would change. I feel like I handicap her a lot, but I do that more for the story, right? For versus anything else. I do sometimes feel like she's the weakest one in terms of in a battle. She's not a hard hitter. She has to be a lot more like strategic with things, or like sometimes it's like she can only use her shock and grasp, or she can only shoot her crossbow.
Shock and shove.
Her shock and shove. But I also think that that's really important to her character. And it's also really fun to have to try to be creative to figure out what do I have in her pockets and how can I utilize things differently.
Mm-hmm.
So I've grown to like really enjoy that.
Me too. As I said earlier, I think it's just the only thing I would really change about him is make him a fighter or a paladin. Paladin could be cool.
Yeah.
Paladin would have been interesting, but I think it would have. I think Paladin, unless you go the route of like you get your powers from your friend bonds or whatever, I think it would have undermined his jadedness with the gods.
Well, it's interesting you say that because like paladins aren't necessarily associated to gods with their like divine gifts, their magic.
Mm-hmm.
It's more so to an oath, and they gain power from that oath.
So then it's not divine.
No, not necessarily.
Interesting.
So like if he was like an oath of revenge paladin, let's say.
True.
He could have gotten his power from his drive for revenge against everyone who's done him wrong, which is a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, anyway, that's all I'm thinking. Jeff also asks, do you all have a favorite scene or an exchange, one that you would redo now looking back?
I always, and I think it's because I'm an editor and I listen to them so much, I always have scenes where I'm like, oh man, it would have been cool if we did this, or it would have been cool if we picked up on this and then pivoted and went this way. It happens probably once an episode. And I think that is just the effect of being an editor and getting to listen to stuff so many times and be like, oh, I didn't hear you say this in game. If I would have heard it, I would have said this instead. You know what I mean? Instead of whatever.
One of my favorite scenes was, of course, Sneaky Sneaks.
Yes, classic.
It was just the funniest shit. And Vera's watching the whole thing happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was very good. It lives in my brain rent free.
Especially because in my mind, like I thought it was going to be like just roll 2 quick stealth rolls, and then like it was going to be over.
No,
it was Sneaky
and
Sneaks.
It was the whole entire thing.
It was really good. I don't have a specific scene in mind, but I do often like when I'm listening to these episodes, because we do have to listen to them for like edits after Ari's done like the initial work. I do listen to it and sometimes have the same problem where I'm like, if I did this would have been so cool. I can't think of a specific example, of course, at the moment.
Right.
But I do find myself constantly thinking of other things we could have done, listening to things that I've either missed or didn't click.
Yeah.
Or just like by nature of my brain is always whirling and churning with other ideas. And I think that is kind of the blessing / curse of being a creative person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is there's always cool things to do that you could have done.
I will say though, the good thing about what we do is we do edits, right? So there have been many a time where one of us was either editing, or like if I was editing and then maybe you guys were listening, or randomly someone just goes in a chat and was like, wouldn't it be cool if we did this? And it's usually an addition, like an add-in scene. It's not necessarily like, oh, get rid of this or change this thing completely, although we have done that a couple of times.
The scene that sticks out the most in my brain that we did that with was the conversation between Alara, Ivy, and Varys in her bedroom.
Yes. We redid that whole scene.
It went a completely different way originally.
Yeah.
And we kept recording the way that the scene had originally been. And the consequences of that scene were just so tough to move forward from that we ended up scrapping it and redoing the scene differently.
Yeah.
Oh, in Ivy's bedroom.
Yes.
When we first arrived.
One of
yes.
the first times that we were hanging out in Ivy's bedroom. Yeah. Because I think, again, like there's a weird combination of what we do is like improv and what we do is playing D&D. But there is also a large component of like we're telling a story and we want things to happen for them. And sometimes in the moment, you don't always think of those things, or you don't always think of the consequences of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like, I think it's really cool that we have the luxury to be like, hey, do we want to fix this? Do we want to change this? Do we want to walk this back? One of the things that I thought was really cool that I didn't think was going to come out until much later was Alara's pockets.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Ivy turning on a light in that room, or I think it was like lighting a torch, we would have never. And now there's this whole other avenue that we have to explore that I honestly, because Alara has always known it to be that way. And so there was no reason for her to do anything different. But Ivy was like,
the fuck?
Why turn on a fucking light? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I'm not just going to sit here in the dark wet.
Yeah. So those scenes are always fun when like I think we all have specific things in our heads and we're like, you want this thing for your character. And then it's like, I have an idea, but it might ruin something that you had or change something that you had planned. So we'll be like, are you good with this? Or should we just not do this? And a lot of times we roll with it. And I think we get really good results.
Yeah, that did come up a lot sooner than I expected it to. I'm glad I had it finished
and ready.
Oh, I'm ready to go pretty much. When you did that, I was like, oh yeah. Boy.
I know. I sat there for like 2 weeks after debating if I was going to be like, hey, I want to walk this back. I'm not ready to like explore this. But then I was like, you know what? It happened. Just trust it. And plus the scene was really good anyway. So I was like, I don't want to take that away, you know? So yeah.
That's how I felt about Isha talking.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where I thought it was going to happen later. But it didn't make sense for it to happen later. It made sense for it to happen the way it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I adore Isha. I can't imagine Isha not being able to talk now. You know?
Isha's such a funny character.
For real. And then favorite scenes, I always remember the first time Ivy wild shaped back in Grimford when she was chained to the table about to be sacrificed and then was like, LOL JK, and then pounced on
I'm
that
bones,
one.
bitch.
Yeah, that was so cool. Even that whole down there with Varys and Alara hanging from meat hooks and like Varys trying to like help save her and get her down. There was a lot of cool moments there. Oladell lives rent free in my head always. Doran's ripped open rib cage.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I think it's when we really turned towards horror and like we're like let's go in. And yeah, that lives rent free. Ivy falling from the Feywild falling from Elisora into the Fey as a bone wolf and just landing in like defense. There's certain moments finding out that Varys is Carwyn through him fucking teleporting to what is my ex-fiance's husband's house? Whatever their names are.
Aiden's house, yeah.
Aiden's parents, yeah.
Murdering them, which has not come up yet, which is going to be insane when it does. So many things that it was like, and I remember that was a moment where we were like, we have an opportunity to do a thing here. Do we want to do it? And, you know, we leaned
the first
into
time
it.
Alara goes through a portal and sees the astral sea.
Oh my God, yes.
I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. There's so many good scenes. I really like I love the meat hook scene. I love the like you mentioned Ivy on the off sacrificial altar. But I also, because it's so funny, I loved the scene where she got sniffed at the very beginning. I know it just tickles me pink. I wasn't expecting it, and it was so funny.
I wasn't expecting it either.
Yeah.
I also loved on like a darker note, of course, because I like to flip flop. I really liked when they finally escaped Grimford and they were running because it was going down and they felt like the earth shake and they turned around and stood there and watched the town sink.
Yeah.
That visual lives in my brain all the time. It's so intense and I think like heavy, you know, for two people who have never seen anything like that. And for someone who has, it's heavy on both sides. And the one where Ivy falls into the portal also, that's the only scene I think I've cried in this game.
Oh my God. I've cried. I can't even count
Yeah, I've
how
cried a
many
lot
times
too,
I
yeah.
cry.
I loved your reactions to my shape-shifting Jello monster, the applesauce monster.
Yeah.
The applesauce monster.
But
Amazing. That was funny. They did a compilation of our reactions too. It was like 2 minutes long.
Just 2 minutes of dusty,
Yeah.
God,
Disgusting.
That's where Swallow of Opportunity came from.
Oh
Yeah, I would like to take a swallow of opportunity.
That's right.
I'm going to go on to the next bulk of questions from our next listener. Sakura in our Discord asked, what moment really surprised each of you from the other GMs? Bonus points if you were GMing a scene in the same episode and were caught really off guard and had to change plans.
Yeah, I've got one that lives in my brain right now. Yeah. The most recent example, like, I mean, these happen so often, I think. But the most recent example I can think of is when I was describing this horror-like scene, and I described Ari touching something soft under the bed, and Ari goes, "A pet?
Another pet?
Honey! And we're taking them home," and I felt so bad.
Yeah.
It was so funny, though.
Yeah.
The look on your face told me everything I needed to know in that moment. You were like,
uh-oh.
I was like, oh, no.
So, okay, what really surprised me, or I guess maybe, I don't know if surprise is the word, but one of the things that I really enjoy is how, and you'll see this actually coming up in the next arc as well, is how Dusty does a town, I guess, is the thing. So when we went to, what the fuck was the town called before we went through the portal?
we always forget it.
I know.
Is it Rayus?
So in the town of Rayus, how we all thought that the science guild that we never even got to go to was like running a cult basically, and was like the innkeeper Samantha, who was like there donating because she could like regrow her limbs, and we were like, do you need help? Like make a motion, if you need help. I really enjoy the suspense. Well, I guess we didn't really figure it out, but like with Samantha, we were like, okay, she's okay. And so I really like the weird, like uncanny vibes that you give when you're like, am I tricking you, or am I or is this totally fine? You play it off really good. And so that was something that surprises me, because I never know what to expect. Yeah. But also I really enjoy it because it's like a roller coaster of like what's happening. And you'll see that in these next handful of episodes coming up as well.
I was going to say, it does come up. My favorite thing in the world is a twist that you don't see coming until you look back at the clues. That's my genuine favorite trope of all time. And it shows up a lot in my own personal writing. So when I get to like do that kind of stuff, it always makes me so happy.
Yeah. And then for Wayra, the whole Oladell arc surprised me because I thought we were going there for like two minutes, and you brought so much trauma and drama and horror to the whole experience that, I was very pleasantly surprised, but also horrified at what our poor people had to endure. And also we had you gave us the longest day ever. And I love it.
A scene that I can think of that really caught me off guard was when we were doing the battle with Varys in the Unseelie, and you debuted that fucking arm tower shit. I had no idea that was happening. And so you were like, yeah, it's this tower with arms. Even I was like, oh, that's a little, oh.
It was like weirdly disturbing.
It was so disturbing. It hit so well in our horror genre.
Thank you. Thank RJ for that. I will say, dear listener, I did pitch that you know what? I can't say anything as a spoiler. Forget, I take it back. I can't say anything.
And then I just love everything the two of you come up with. There have been things that you've come to me and been like, I want to do this with Ivy. And I'm like, that sounds like the best possible thing ever. Please do it.
Aww.
I trust both of you so implicitly with Ivy. And it's a big deal for me.
Mm-hmm.
You guys could come to me tomorrow and be like, hey, I'm doing this with Ivy. And I'll be like, okay, whatever you want to do.
Cool. It'll work out.
Yeah.
I think a big thing about this is trust in general. Yeah. The way that we share the story. Well, okay, so wait, I have one that we were caught really off guard. And I think Wayra, it was with me and Wayra and Oladell, because there were so many things that I didn't know were happening that affected the Seelie and that affected how Queen Titania would be reacting, that we were constantly having to be like, okay, wait a minute, like, if you do this, there's going to be consequences. So I need you to know that it's going to like impede on something that you're doing. And so there was a lot of back and forth that we had to do to try to figure out how to make it work, or if we had to walk something back.
Mm-hmm.
So that definitely caught me off guard, because I was like, I also have to remember Titania. Like, she's affected by this as well. And her Bibba girl is here, you know? So I was like, you can't do certain things without, there's going to be consequences. So I'm just letting everyone know.
There's one thing that is like continuously catches me off guard. And I don't know why it does, because it happens so often. And at this point, I should learn to expect it. It catches me off guard every single time that you two are like, get this little evil smirk on your faces. And you're like, let's torture Varys.
Did we? No.
It happens it happens every couple of episodes.
Fair. There's a really good one, though, that comes up in the first episode back from, so episode 70, the next episode that comes out in like a week or two, dear listener, where we were scheming. And I said, how can I make this worse? And Dusty was like, hold on.
Hold my teeth. Hold on. Yeah, no, you guys are really good at it. And I love it when it happens. But as I see the smirks come across your face, I'm like, oh,
something's happening.
I need to school my face better then.
At this point, I don't know if you can. Like the slightest twitch of the side of your mouth, and I'll know.
And you're like, oh no.
The next question is interesting. I don't know who wants to read it.
In an alternate universe, which one of your other characters, either in this campaign or from outside, would work as a replacement for your character?
A replacement?
Novik.
Yeah?
Novik?
I could see that.
For Varys?
Yeah.
Novik. Yeah.
So, spoiler alert, you will meet Alara's replacement in a handful of episodes.
What?
Not like Alara's going, but you will meet someone.
Yeah.
But let's see that we've met who? Joy would be a replacement for Alara.
Joy could be, yeah.
Joy could be a replacement for Alara.
Like pretty much all of my past characters I've ever played could be a replacement for Alara, to be honest. Because I used to specialize in tragic sunshine characters.
That's so funny.
I have a character in an Estrad campaign who could be a replacement. She grew up in a very like sheltered like cult.
Nice.
And so she's very much like very sunshiny disposition. Like she'll
a replacement for Alara or Ivy?
Yeah. No, for Alara. Just because we were talking about Alara.
So everyone can replace Alara is what I'm hearing.
No.
Anyone can replace Alara.
I have two characters I think of off the top of my head that I made for play-by-posts when I was really young.
Mm-hmm.
3, actually, who could replace Varys immediately. There's one that I think I would challenge is actually more tragic than Varys. That would fit right in.
I've made a lot of druids.
Yeah.
I can think of 2 characters, I think, that could replace Ivy. One of them, her name is Evie. Her full name is Evelyn. Her name is Evie. She's a variant human who was a architect who stumbled across this like ancient closed box, and she opened it, and it housed this fungal entity and consumed her basically. So she could turn into a circle of spores.
Love that.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really cool.
And then there was another one. Her name is Zinnia. She was a druid for a Pathfinder campaign that I did. And her companion was a little velociraptor.
That's Dusty coming through.
I
love that.
I have only one character I think that could replace Ivy, and it's a guy named Zeno, and he is just the bitchiest man. The sassiest, bitchiest, cuntiest man.
I love this.
And I love him. He also, incidentally, is blue.
Fair enough.
I don't know what it is, but about blue characters.
Fuck, marry, kill for each player about each other's PC. Sakura wants to know.
Oh boy.
So I'm going marry for Alara because I could make a case for fucking and killing either one of them, in all honesty.
Me too. That's the problem.
Why?
I would marry Alara.
Okay.
Oh, man. I would fuck Varys, and I think I'd have to kill Ivy, unfortunately.
Rude.
I could never. But also, like, conversely, it could easily be either or.
Yeah.
No, this is hard. I might change my answer. Sorry.
Also, I don't know if I would marry Alara. She might annoy me.
She probably would annoy you.
I might kill Alara if I'm really thinking about the reactions in the chat.
In the
are
chat?
Appalled.
I didn't realize this is Twitch.
The
Damn.
video
Clip that,
reactions. Clip that.
Fuck. No, I don't know.
So I think I would
say
kill
no one.
No, I think I would kill Alara.
Okay.
I would fuck Varys and I would marry Ivy. No, because Ivy's bitchiness would annoy me too. I would kill Alara. I would fuck Ivy. I would marry Varys. That's it. I made my choice.
I'm rethinking my answer. What about you, Twisty?
I'm thinking about myself at my core, who I am as a person. Come on, the more you think about it, the worse it gets.
Kill Alara. I would kill Alara because unfortunately I'd also be just really. I don't think I could do it.
I get it. Trust me.
Fuck Varys, marry Ivy.
Okay.
I am changing my answer as well. I would
kill Laura.
No.
It's okay.
Maybe. Shit, this is so hard.
Listen.
I would marry Varys, actually.
Okay.
I would, and I'm not giving reasons for any of this. I'm just saying what I'm thinking. So I would marry Varys. I would still kill Ivy. No. I would kill Alara and I would fuck Ivy.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Nobody
knows Alara's actually a freak in the sheets, and that's okay because she's dead and nobody knows now. You all missed your chance.
No.
There's only so often you can be a freak in the sheets, though, and be annoying as fuck.
So that's literally what I judged everything on was if I had to live with someone for the rest of my life, who would annoy me the least? And it's Varys. Mm-hmm. Who would annoy me first? It would be Alara. And then Ivy just one day would say something and then I'd catch me in a wrong mood and that would be it, you know?
Yeah. I don't know if I could deal with the constant harassing from Ivy.
Oh, that too. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Wow. I feel like we all learned a little bit about each other today. Anyways, next question.
What was your favorite alternate universe that time they were one shot?
But answer as the PCs from Sakura. Ooh, okay. So we have that time they were definitely wizards, that we have that time they were murder mavens, and we have that time they were archivists.
That time they were murder mavens is my favorite. Hands down.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine is that time they were wizards.
Really?
I liked my pocket full of glitter.
That was good.
Glitter.
My favorite.
Character.
My favorite was actually that time they were archivists. So I think it's interesting that we all have different ones.
I did like that one a lot.
It was scary. And my puppeteer did really great with the sound design. Patting myself on the back. Mm-hmm. That's my answer.
You know, I think that my answer is the same as my puppeteers. I enjoyed the Murder Mavens because we were, still investigating and still sticking our nose in things we probably shouldn't, which is funny in our old age. But also, we got to slow down. Mm. I think that the idea of reaching an age where I can just
wear your loafers,
I suppose, just be an old man and exist is kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
I liked a room full of rats saying that Varys was their Retta.
Yep. So if you haven't listened to the AUs, you should, because they're funny and good.
What are you patting your forehead with?
It's a worry stone. It's just cold, and I like it when it feels cold.
That's what she said.
Okay, another question from Sakura. This is a good one. If the characters, 3 PCs and 3 NPCs of your choice were on a reality show where they had to live together, who would be kicked off the show first and why? So let's first figure out. So it's Alara, Ivy, Varys. Who else is coming with us? Rayla.
Tice. I was going to say Scout, but...
No. Scout would be murdered. Okay, so if the three characters want a
I
reality
love
show
that
where
you
they
know
had
that.
to live together, who would be kicked off the show first? Alara, Varys, Ivy, Novik, Tice, and Rayla. Who do you think would be kicked off first?
I think Rayla.
Really?
Probably.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, she seems to make decisions for other people pretty quick.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah.
I think if it was a physical challenge, Alara and Ivy would be the first to go. I think if it was a social game, Alara and Rayla would go.
Mm-hmm. So you're just saying Alara would be the first to go?
Yeah.
Why?
If it was like who's the cutest sunshine girl, Alara would win.
Varys
Tice
would
would
turn
be-
into a Lara.
Tice would be a good.
Tice would be a contender.
Yeah.
Okay, last question from Sakura. Oh, well, we kind of answered that. Who would also be the cause of the most drama and who would make it to the end?
The most drama? The
Mhm.
cause of the most drama? Wouldn't
Ivy.
be Ivy?
It would be Ivy. I think Ivy would cause the most drama.
But Ivy's also competitive. If this were like a TV show and she knew like how to play it.
I don't think that Ivy could shut her mouth and suck it up is the problem.
I don't know
So, like,
if she would necessarily be bitchy to everyone. I'm thinking that she would be in everyone's business and people would be like, I've had enough.
But see, I can see Varys and Novik getting into it and getting simul kicked off.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Because they threw punches
Yeah.
at each other.
oh, for like a fight? I think Tice would win. I think Tice would be the
I do-
sleeper
I
agent, the one
also
that nobody
think-
worried about. And so
Mhm.
she just kind of like quietly made her way to the end.
I
Yeah.
also think Tice would be the winner.
I think Tice would win.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Novik and Varys would fight. Ivy would get voted off for her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Alara would get voted off for a physical challenge. And Rayla, I don't know what Rayla would do.
Tice would take Rayla out,
Yes. Like,
make a sleeper agent.
yep, exactly. I love that.
Yeah, I do think Tice is the winner.
Tyson Terry all the way.
Yeah.
Next question is from
Luna.
our amazing friend and Discord person who hangs out in our
Luna.
Discord. Luna says, what is your favorite thing about each player character?
Alara's optimism
I agree.
and Norman.
Norman. My favorite thing about Alara is Norman.
Mm-mm.
My favorite thing about Varys is how much he cares about the girls.
Aww. I love that. I think I agree. My favorite thing about Ivy, well, this is my favorite thing. It's something I think I admire about her is her ability to endure.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that is like a very admirable quality in her very like shitty life. But one thing that I'm just seeing clip, whoa, she'd kill Alara Wild. But one thing that I really just like about Ivy is her mouth, like the way that she just says things. I, as a person, always get a laugh out of just the off the cuff Ivy, you know?
Mhm.
For Alara, I admire her curiosity and her passion for learning. I think that it's something that I actually, like, as a person, slightly envy because I used to be like that
Fair.
when I was younger. Not exactly, but very similar. And I think it's really cool that she like holds on to that and also holds on to, as Dusty said, like this openness. Like she's always looking at the world as if like, bright-eyed and like ready for anything, it seems like. And I like it. For Ivy, there's a lot of things I admire about her. I really like that. I like her strength despite all the opposition that she's faced. I like that she faces the world with such confidence despite not knowing what is in the world. I do really like her sass. I love it. I know that most of the time is a defense mechanism,
Oh yeah.
but I do really enjoy it. And I also really like that she cares so much about her friends and would go to bat for them, hands down.
I will say too, I like about Varys is very similar to Ivy is the strength despite everything that they've been through. So it's a very similar energy.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
No, if I had to deal with half the shit that my character has, I would be dead.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, conversely, from Luna, what is your least favorite thing about each PC?
Varys' inability to just say what he's thinking. Varys has a habit of self-sabotaging very easily,
Yeah.
but also so does Alara.
So does Ivy.
So does Ivy.
Just putting it out there. For Ivy, for me, it's Ivy. I think for all of them, because I'm a person who is like an adult and goes to therapy and has like worked on our mental health. Sometimes I want to shake all of them. Sometimes like if I really think about it too much, I'm like, Ivy, just fucking break down and talk about your goddamn feelings, or Varys and Alara, just fucking tell each other how you feel about like all of, you know what I mean? But obviously for the story, we can't do that.
My least favorite thing about each PC is their inability to communicate.
Yes.
God, yeah.
Clearly.
For sure.
It drives me nuts. And I know story-wise that it has to be like that. Otherwise, we would have not very much of a story.
There would be no story.
There would be well, there would be a story, but it would be less interesting.
It would be boring. Yeah. Although I'm really glad that we don't really do the miscommunication trope.
Yes.
It is my least favorite trope of all the tropes. Because I just, I think whenever it comes down to it, at the end of the day, they will communicate and they won't let each other move forward on certain assumptions. So I'm glad that we don't do that because I don't like it. It's like, just communicate.
My least favorite thing about Alara specifically is her rigid morality. I understand it as a character choice, but as a person, I'm like, I want to shake her.
Yes.
Yeah. Because the world doesn't work. It's not.
So
it doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't.
Unfortunately. That was mine for Alara as well. Morality. And also a little bit about her naiveness, but not real, like not fully. I wouldn't say it's my least favorite thing.
Fair.
My least favorite thing for Ivy, I think, it's so interesting to me. I don't know. I think that for Ivy, it's her willingness to trust those in power.
Is it those in power, or is it her willingness to trust Titania?
I think it's Titania specifically. Because when I had to think about that because she has been very oppositional to authority otherwise.
Yeah.
But for Titania, she has blinders on and I don't like it.
Blind devotion. Yeah.
Yeah. It's I don't like blind devotion to anything. And I think that's where that stems from.
Yeah.
So.
Also from Luna, what is your most hated moment?
Any moment that ends in either Alara crying or the other two being like retreating in themselves. I like making them suffer, but I also don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like making my character suffer. I don't like making y'all's characters suffer.
That's so valid.
I love it though. Make me suffer. No, I don't really have a specific moment. Well, okay, that's not true. It hasn't come. You haven't heard it yet. One of my most hated moments for us, if you want to, it's coming up. Where, I hated that. I'll think of an actual answer that they know about.
Just bleep it out the whole time.
No,
just
that's rude.
Beep.
Mine is that there wasn't an actual pet under Doran's bed.
I think that I don't like any moment, like similar to what you said, Dusty, is I don't like any moment that makes the characters shatters their worldview. It just makes me feel awful. And we've had a couple of moments for that for both Ivy and Alara, and I felt so bad every time. But also, they're juicy moments. So like
they are.
Okay, last question from Luna. 2-0 versus another group, Family Feud style. Who wins?
2-0.
So who's our second group?
Oh, Novik, Rayla, and Tice.
Oh, we win for sure.
Yeah.
We win?
Yeah, we win for sure. I think that Ivy and Novik would be at each other's throats for that game.
Ivy and Novik?
Yeah.
We both say out of pocket shit.
I love that. Our next question is from another amazing podcast, Arcade Amphitheater. If you haven't checked them out, please check the show notes for the link. And they asked,
if 2-0 were in the modern day world, who would their go-to musical artist be and why? Varys would have a screamo band. It would either be a screamo band. No, his would be.
What?
It would be very funny, actually, if Varys was in a band.
That's so funny.
Modern day 2-0 is Varys leaving a toxic worldwide band and having to live out in anonymity.
That would be crazy, actually.
I feel like Alara would listen to like 80s
Beatles.
No, not Beatles. The Beatles were the 60s.
Sun.
No, like 80s I don't know what genre of music it is, but the song that immediately comes to mind is called The Promise by the band When in Rome. I don't know what kind of music that is. Or like The Cure.
Dad rock?
80s. Maybe.
80s dad rock?
That's
Is that
awesome.
what it's? I don't think The Cure is 80s dad rock. I'm getting offended right now.
So When in Rome is a new wave synth pop?
Yes, like new wave synth. Yes. I feel like that's what she would listen to.
Solar punk, dubstep. I don't know.
Yeah, dubstep.
I think Varys would listen to bands like Grandson and NF and 21 Pilots, like just really like artists that are really angsty. Shine down.
Varys' favorite song is All My Friends Are Heathens, Take It Slow.
No.
Ivy would be, I think she'd be a chronic top 40s listener, but also weird deep cuts. Like, I think she would know every up and coming band, solo artist. I think she'd know all those songs, but she'd also listen to like shit like Metallica or
I love it.
Just random. Like, I think she'd listen to something from every genre, like one or two artists, just randomly.
I do foresee Varys' music taste overall being very eclectic because he does, like, I think he would like classical music a lot, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, I think Alara would be too, but like when I first come to mind is like 80s pop synth, whatever the fuck you said.
New wave synth. I think Varys and Ivy would have to like have favorites when it comes to like classical or like hoity-toity music. Like I think unfortunately Varys and Ivy would know pontoon boat music just because of like the nature of how they grew up.
Yeah.
Next question is from another amazing Discord member, Babushka Goblin. Would Novik and Varys wear hold on. This is a silly one. Would Novik and Varys wear heels and get into combat? ? After the comment, they can do a little dancey dance.
Yes, I do think that Novik and Varys both can wear heels. I don't think Novik has experience wearing heels. I think that he's just so dexterous that he could figure it out pretty quickly. Varys, on the other hand, has worn heels and is very adept at walking in them. Could he kick ass in them? Probably. And probably would use them to stab people with his feet.
As he should.
Yeah. After the combat, would they do a little dancey dance? I don't know if Novik and Varys would do a little dancey dance together, if not drunk. But yeah, I'm sure they could dance in them, for sure.
Next question from Babushka Goblin, another really good one. Are the unfortunate trio a cat, dog, or reptile people? And I think this is a really interesting question. I think Alara is an every animal person, but she definitely would be a dog person. And also, what did you say, Dusty, before?
An insect
An arachnid?
person? An
insect
person?
or
Yeah,
arachnid person. Yeah. Insect. She's a bug girl. I'm also a bug girl. We share that.
I think Ivy would have a cat.
Yeah, I can see
Ivy
that.
gives cat energy for sure. So does Varys, oddly enough. But I can see reptile.
I can also see a little snake.
I don't think dog person for obvious reasons.
What?
Yeah. I do agree with cat person. I do see him with a cat, actually. Like a big fluffy cat.
Maine Coon.
Yeah,
I think it would either be a Maine Coon or it'd be a hairless cat.
I see Maine Coon or Norwegian forest cat or a hairless cat.
Yeah, it's either a big ass cat or it's the nakedest cat ever,
or it's a little hair, or it's the little naked one. And he knits little sweaters for them, so they're warm. I don't know about reptile, to be honest.
Fair.
Yeah, I think that he likes them. I don't think he'd keep them as a pet though.
Our next question is from another amazing actual play. Check out Somebody's Heroes. Link is in the description. So Somebody's Heroes asked, why are y'all so awesome? And you know what? We just are.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know. We do our best, I guess.
I have no answer for that other than thank you.
Imposter syndrome says we actually are not awesome, but we are grateful.
Yeah, imposter syndrome wears its ugly head.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But we appreciate that you think we're awesome. Yeah. And we think that you're awesome too. The last round of questions, we're gonna get two sillies and then we're gonna get a serious. Chris, who is in our Discord, did I scream that name? Chris.
Yes.
Chris, who is in our Discord, another amazing Discord member, but also has a podcast called Professional Questers, where they interview player characters and the players, and it's really cool. We did it over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. It was really fun.
Oh yeah, I think when they were first coming out, right?
I think so, yeah. So you can check that out. They have a lot more interviews up now. But so anyway, very importantly, sock, shoe, shoe, or sock, shoe, shoe.
I personally do sock, shoe, shoe. I normally actually walk around in my socks for a little bit before I put my shoes on.
Me too. I don't really put my socks on
immediately before putting my shoes on.
Yeah, they're usually on.
Ivy puts hers on shoe, sock. So
I was gonna say, where's the shoe, sock people? Or where's the shoe, sock people? Because those are the people that I want to have a conversation with. Do you put sock, shoe?
I do. So I do sock, shoe, and I think Varys does as well. I do sock, shoe, because I need my shoes to walk for stability's sake.
That is valid.
So mine is a disability related thing. Mm-hmm. I used to do sock, shoe when I was younger because I also liked walking my bare feet and then in my little sockies before I put my shoes on. But now I need them. I can't balance properly and I can't walk properly without them, without pain. So
that's so valid. No, I put my socks on and then I wear my slippers around the house, mostly. So yeah, I don't think I've ever, unless I was running out really quick, put my socks on and then immediately put my shoes on. Another very important question. How many hats is too many hats?
2.
2?
More than 1.
Yeah.
At a time or in general?
At a time.
I feel like this is an as you wear them situation.
Okay. What if it's Halloween?
What if it's Halloween? What is this question?
Can you wear more hats? Can you wear more hats on Halloween?
Well, if it's part of your costume.
What
yes.
if you work at a circus?
If it's part of your job, yes.
Or a county fair?
Part of your job, yes. However, if you're just going out in your daily life and you're wearing more than one fucking hat, I have questions. Namely, are you a serial killer?
You've got a beanie on, and then you've got a fedora on, and then you've got
Okay. Our final question, written in by Chris from Professional Questers, I think is a really good one, and one that I have put no prior thought into, so this is going to be interesting. What's the one thing that you would tell a person to hook them into the show?
Depends on the audience.
One thing. You get one chance. I'm going to say witty banter. One thing.
Oh, like a phrase, but one word?
Well, no, I just mean if you enjoy witty banter, you will enjoy our podcast. Because our characters do witty banter really well, and the three of us do witty banter really well. And if you disagree, dear listener, no, you don't.
I would say everyone's hot.
Agree. Our characters are really hot, and we as players are also really hot. Mm-hmm. And all the NPCs are hot.
I would say, since you two have covered the other ones.
That's the good thing. There's 3 of us, so we get different ones.
I would say if you enjoy well-written stories with interesting lore, we're your people. If I were to say more, I would say if you like all queer D&D, if you like all queer 5e D&D based actual play with notes of dark fantasy and romance and comedy.
Then come. If you've somehow stumbled to the end of this without having listened to one episode of our show, we hope that we have sold you, and you should go back and listen to episode 1.
Well.
No, they left 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
But on that note, we want to say a huge thank you to everybody who asked questions. You made this a lot easier for us. And also, I think thank you for everyone who's been listening for 2 years.
Oh my God. Yes.
We are so grateful.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. And we hope that you are ready for what's to come, because we have a lot more in store. The next arc is a roller coaster ride for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to say thank you for coming along for the ride over these last 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy one. We've learned a lot. We've grown a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And we have kind of changed, I think, not only as people and content creators, but in the way that we do things now. Like RDC Presents has started accepting guests, which I think is super cool. It's been awesome to get to know other people and branch out that way. And we couldn't stay doing what we do, without all of you. So thank you so much. And if you're listening to this and you're not part of our wonderful Discord community, you should definitely go and follow our link tree, which will be linked below. Yeah. And drop into our Discord. Come say hi. You just gotta select some roles and you'll be let in. Mm-hmm. We'd love to see you and chat. We would
love to chat with you.
Yeah. And if you liked this and you want to hear more of it, we have a backlog of all of our RDCCs that we've done since day one that you can listen to. Listen to, frankly, some unhinged behavior from us sometimes. I'm not going to lie.
If you couldn't tell.
Join our Patreon.
And bloopers.
And little bits here and there. That's always a lot of fun to listen to. And join at the Green Fiends or above level. And you get access to that. You'll get a shout out on our podcast. It's a lot of fun.
You also get a cool role in Discord.
Yeah, you do.
And we do have some cool bonus content coming up for Patreons, or you can buy it in the Patreon shop. A lot of behind the scenes stuff and some extra story stuff that doesn't affect 2.0, but it's glimpses at some other things going on behind the scenes, and we're really excited about it.
So very excited.
So I think that's it, right?
That is it.
We are so grateful, and we are so happy to be back, and we can't wait for you to hear the next handful of episodes because it's gonna get wild.
I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Love you. Thank you.
Bye.
Here's to another year.
Here's to another year.
Another 20 years.